Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we continue with our chapter number 1, Introduction to Partnership. It is also known as Accounting for Partnership, Fundamental for Class 12, chapter number 1. In this video we learn about partnership deed, rules in absence of partnership deed, method of preparation of partners capital account, profit loss appropriation account. This all thing we learn in this chapter. Now then let's start with partnership deed. Now what is meaning of partnership deed? The question is arise. As stated above, a partnership deed is formed by an agreement. It is an agreement. Okay, I think you in class 11 you also learn in form of business organization. This is one of the form of partnership form. This agreement can be oral or written. Okay, it is not compulsory that you can make in written form, but when you make in written form it is known as a partnership deed. Okay, so the law does not expressly require that there should be an agreement in a writing, but there should be an agreement in writing. Why? The absence of written agreement may be the source of problem in managing the affairs of the partnership firm. I think in future between partners any problem is arise, then if it is written document, if partnership deed in written form, then you are able to take the help of law. You can able to do the legal process. Therefore it is advisable, okay, you can make partnership deed in a written form. Okay, again I repeat, partnership agreement may be oral or written. It is not compulsory, but if you make in a written form, then it is beneficial to partnership form. Okay, now which information include in a partnership deed, which contents of partnership deed. So in partnership deed, first of all, name of the firm, name and address of all the partners. Okay, then after, nature and place of business, duration of partnership means 5 year, 10 year, what is the duration of partnership, date of commencement of partnership means when partnership is started, amount of capital contributed by the each partner. Okay, Mohan is contributed 1 lakh, 5 lakh, whatever the amount is there, that information is also included. Then after, ratio in which profit and loss are to be shared, equal ratio, capital ratio, or any other ratio are there, then it is also mentioned in partnership deed. Then interest on partners capital and drawings, how many interests they are able to receive or pay on capital and drawings. Interest on loan by the partners to the firm, salary, commission if payable to partner, that information also included in a partnership deed, salary, commission. Then after, method of computation and treatment of goodwill on the reconstruction of partnership firm. Okay, so this is also, there is a separate chapter, reconstruction of partnership firm. In that chapter we discuss in detail. So this information also include, right now you have to remember which information include in partnership deed. Mode of settlement of account in case of retirement and death of partner, mode of settlement in case of dissolution of partnership firm. There is also separate chapter for you. Retirement, death also separate chapter. Dissolution of partnership firm, there is also separate chapter. Okay, so in that chapter we discuss in detail. So this all information including partnership deed. Now if you not make partnership deed, okay, then what happened? So as per Partnership Act, there is some rules is applicable to your partnership firm. So that rules is here on your screen. Rules in absence of partnership deed, and this is very important topic for you. Okay, what is the rules in absence of partnership deed? The first rules is the partner will be share the profit and loss in equal ratio. Okay, this is the first and most important rules. Okay, profit sharing ratio is equal. Okay, they are share profit and loss in equal. Suppose 2 partners are there, then 1:1. If 3 partners are there, then 1:1. 1. This is an equal ratio. They are distribute profit and loss in an equal ratio in absence of partnership deed. Okay. Second most important rules is also interest on loan will be given at 6% per annum to a partner. If partner have a given loan to the firm, then the partner is eligible to for 6% interest on loan amount. So this is also very important rules in absence of partnership deed. Okay, so these two rules is very important that you have to remember. These two things partners get. First one, profit sharing ratio is equal. Interest on loan is 6% per annum, means per year. Okay, nothing else are received or payable to the partner. Like no interest is allowed to partner on capital invested by them. Then after, no partner is to get any remuneration such as salary, commission, etc. for participating in business. No interest will be charged on drawings made by the partner. Okay, so these all things you have to remember. Okay, in absence of partnership deed, okay, only partners got 6% interest on loan. Nothing else, no salary, no interest on drawings, no interest on capital, no commission, and partners profit sharing ratio is equal. So that things you have to remember. Many times in MCQ this type of question is comes. Okay, so rules in absence of partnership deed. Okay, now don't forget to subscribe my channel. Now our next topic is meaning of profit and loss appropriation account. Okay, this is new account for you. In class 11 final account of sole proprietorship, you have to prepare trading account, profit loss account and balance sheet. But in partnership form of business organization, you have to prepare one more account, that is profit and loss appropriation account. Now in this video we learn what is the format, meaning, what is the purpose of preparing this account. So first, let's start with the meaning of profit and loss appropriation account. The profit and loss appropriation account is the extension of profit and loss account that is prepared to distribute the net profit among the partners. Okay, again here the one important question. It is also helpful for MCQ also. A profit and loss account is an extension of profit and loss account. Okay, so that is prepared. Why they prepare to distribute the net profit among the partners. Okay, all the adjustment relating to the partners like interest on capital, interest on drawings, this all adjustment, okay, made, commission to partners, etc. made in this account. Okay, clear? So why this account is prepared? It is an extension form of profit and loss account. It is prepared to distribute the net profit among the partners. All adjustment relating to the partners like interest on capital, interest on drawing, salary, commission to partner are made in this account. You must be remember here you have to write the salary to partner, not employee. If salary paid to employee, then it is written in profit and loss account. Okay. Now, what is the purpose? Why partnership firm prepare profit and loss appropriation account? The main purpose of preparing profit and loss appropriation account of partnership concern is to calculate and distribute the divisible profit and loss. This main important purpose to find out or to distribute the divisible profit and loss. Okay, this is the purpose of preparing partners profit and loss appropriation account. The income tax act and the audit rules does not permit the partnership firm to consider the amount as a business expenditure which is payable to partners. जो भी आप partners को पेमेंट कर रहे हो, it is not considered as a business expenditure. It is the partner's expenditure, and that's why you have to need to prepare profit and loss appropriation account. And what is the purpose? Its purpose to find out the divisible profit and loss. Find out and distribute also. How it is distributed? In their profit loss appropriation, sorry, in their profit loss sharing ratio. It is mentioned in partnership deed. If partnership deed is not prepared, then it is distributed in equal ratio. Okay. Now, what is the format of it? That also we learn. Same as format is profit and loss account, particular amount rupees, debit, credit, both side are there. Okay, left hand side and right hand side, this is your debit side, this is your credit side. Now, what is the starting point of profit and loss appropriation account? The starting point is you have to transfer the net profit or net loss. This is your starting point. If net profit, then it is transferred to credit side of profit loss appropriation account. This is your starting point. If net profit in profit loss appropriation, sorry, profit and loss account net profit you find out, then this is your starting point. You have to write on credit side of profit and loss appropriation account by balance brought down or by profit. It is not profit by balance brought down. Okay, that you have to write. Now same way, if it is loss, then it is written on credit side, same as to balance brought down. If it is loss, then to it is written on debit side, to balance brought down if it is net loss. Okay, so these things you have to remember. This is your starting point. If net profit, then it is transferred to credit side. If net loss, then it is transferred to the debit side of profit and loss account. This is your starting point. Any one is there, both is not possible. Okay, now then after any other information, so interest on capital, salary to partners, commission to partners, bonus to partners, this all expenses relating to the partners, it is written on debit side of profit and loss account. Same way, interest on drawings, any fine or fees from the partners, then it is written on credit side of profit and loss appropriation account. It is income for the firm. Okay, so any fines, interest on drawings, any income you receive from the partners, then it is written on profit and loss appropriation account. Clear? This is the format that you have to remember. And then when you close this account, then you got the profit. Which profit? Divisible profit. Okay, when you close this account, if difference on debit side, okay, when you make the total, and if difference on debit side, then it is known as divisible profit. Okay, it is known as a divisible profit, and it is distributed among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Whatever the partners is there, partners A, B, C, in their profit sharing ratio, and it is transferred to partners capital account. If difference on credit side, then it is known as a by divisible loss, and it is also distributed between the partner in their profit sharing ratio. So this is the purpose, to find out, means to calculate and distribute the divisible profit and divisible loss among the partners. Okay, starting point, we have to transfer net profit on credit side, net loss on debit side. Then after, expenses related to partners like interest on capital, salary to partner, commission to partner, bonus to partners. And one more thing, any reserve you have transfer from profit, because it's part of profit, it's reduce the profit, therefore it is also written on debit side get transferred to general reserve or any other reserve are there. And any incomes like interest on drawings, fine from the partners, fees from the partners you receive, then it is written on credit side of profit and loss appropriation account. If difference on debit side, it is known as a divisible profit. It is divisible among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. If difference on credit side, then it is known as a divisible loss. It is also distributed among the partner in their profit sharing ratio, and both one is transferred to partners capital account. Okay. Now our next account after profit loss appropriation account, next account is partners capital account. Okay, so there are two methods are there. Okay, methods of maintaining capital accounts of partners. So partners capital accounts are maintained according to the fluctuating capital method or fixed capital method. It means there are two methods for maintaining capital accounts of partner. First method is fluctuating capital method and second one is fixed capital method. Now one by one we see it. Now first one, fluctuating capital method. So under fluctuating capital method only one account is prepared, that is capital accounts for each partners is maintained, and all the transactions relating to the partners are recorded in his account. As a result, the balance in the capital accounts keeps on fluctuating. Fluctuating means change. Okay, capital balance is change. Okay, so again I repeat, there are two methods are there: fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. So under fluctuating capital method, partnership firm have to prepare only one account, that is partners capital account. All the transactions relating to the partners are recorded in partners capital account. Now see, this is the format of partners capital account under fluctuating capital method. We start with the balance brought down or brought forward. Whatever the balance is there, it is written on credit side. If three partners or two partners are there, then that you have to add columns like particular name of the partners A, B, C, whatever the partners are there, जितने भी पार्टनर्स है इतने कॉलम यहाँ पर बनेंगे. कि पार्टनर्स ए बैलेंस ब्रॉट डाउन, उसकी कैपिटल है 1 लाख, देन यू हैव टू रिटर्न हियर 1 लाख. Okay, whatever the partners is there, so as per that you have to write. So your starting point is you have to transfer the balance of capital, the balance brought down or brought forward. Then after any additional capital, this is credit side, this is your debit side. Okay, the starting point, this is your starting point, balance brought forward. Then after any additional capital during the year, then it is also written by cash or bank account, additional capital. Any partners, it is not compulsory. If partners come with any additional capital, then in particular partner column is written. Suppose there are three partners are there, A, B, C. Okay, suppose this is 1 lakh capital is their opening balance. This is 2 lakh and this is also 3 lakh capital is there. During the year, the additional capital bring by the partners A 1 lakh. Okay, A, B, and C not bring, then we have to do the dash in a column. So if three partners are there, then you have to prepare 3 column of amount. 2 partners are there, then you have to prepare 2 column of amount. Okay. Then after you have to write interest on capital, salary to partners, commission to partner, and whatever the profit you find in profit loss appropriation account, that you have to also write in partners capital account. I say you have to transfer divisible profit and divisible loss to the partners capital account. So that also you have to write here. And then after closing balance, you have to find out if difference on credit side, then it is also known as closing balance of capital. or in debit side. Okay, now which information you have to write in debit side? So any withdraw from capital, then it is written on partner's capital account debit side. It is to cash or bank account withdraw by the partners, drawings, interest on drawings, and divisible loss that you find out in a profit loss appropriation account. Now, one easiest method to remember which information include in partner's capital account. The first starting point that you have to remember, it is opening capital of partner. Now, then after, if you remember the profit loss appropriation account, whatever the information you debited in profit loss appropriation account, that all information you have to write on partners capital account credit side, opposite side. So by this way you have to remember only one account format. Like if you remember profit loss appropriation account, then it is very easy for you to remember partners capital account. Like in profit loss appropriation account, you can see debit side you have to write interest on capital side expenses. So these all are expenses related to partners that you have to write here. Same way, income that we credit in profit loss appropriation account. So that is credit side. So partners capital account debit side. Drawings, interest on drawings that you have to write on. One more easy way to remember, drawings D, debit side of partners capital. Interest on drawings D, debit side of partners capital account. Same way, capital C, credit side of partners capital account. Interest on capital C, credit side C, C, D, D. So by this way you can easily remember to prepare partners capital account. Okay. Now second method is fixed capital account method. So under fixed capital method, you have to prepare two accounts. That is partners capital account and partners current account. For each partner are maintained. The transaction relating to introduction or withdrawal of capital are recorded in capital account. Here you have to remember this one. In capital account which information include, and in current account which information is included, because in fixed capital account you have to prepare two accounts, is capital account and current account. Under fluctuating capital method only you have to prepare one account, capital account, and all transaction relating to the partners is mentioned only in one account. But here in fixed capital account you have to prepare two accounts, partners capital account and partners current account. So in partners capital account you have to record only two types of transaction relating to introduction of capital and withdrawal of capital. Okay, which two transaction, introduction of capital and withdrawal of capital, okay, are recorded in partners capital. Remaining all transaction are recorded in partners current account. Remaining all transaction means related to interest on capital, interest on drawing, salary, commission to partners. These all transaction are recorded in partners current account. Okay. So again I want to repeat, under fixed capital method you have to prepare two accounts, partners capital account and partners current account. Now which transaction recorded in partners capital account? The transaction relating to introduction and withdrawal of capital, it is recorded in partners capital. Remaining all transactions are recorded in partners current account. Okay. Now see what is the format also I want to show you. See, this is the partners capital account. Just we have to write balance brought down. Additional capital is there. Same way, any withdrawal from the capital is there. Then it is written on debit side. Then you have to close the account. No any other information are included in partners capital account under fixed capital method. So fixed means partner capital remain fixed. In fluctuating, partners capital are fluctuate, change. Okay, so here you can see if any additional capital and withdrawal from the capital, then it is written on debit side. Again, see Buy balance brought down or brought forward. Any additional capital, then you have to return on credit side by cash or bank account. Then you have to close the account. It is known as a closing capital. Any withdraw from the capital, then it is written on debit side. And remaining all other information like interest on capital, drawings is written on partner's current account. So this is the format of partner's current account. If current account balance is also there, the current account, again it is important question, both balance are there, debit balance as well as credit balance. In capital it is fixed, it is credit balance, but in partners current account it may be credit balance or debit balance. There is a chances of both. Okay, so if debit balance, there is suppose three partners are there, so two partners debit balance, one partner credit balance, there is a chances two partners debit balance, one partner credit balance. Okay, so in current account any balance there is a possible debit or credit. Okay, whatever the balance is there, again जितने भी पार्टनर्स हैं इतने आपको अमाउंट के कॉलम ड्रॉ करने हैं, ए बी सी ए बी सी. ओके, so this is your debit side and credit side. So first buy balance brought down, whatever the balance are there. If debit balance, then on debit side two balance brought down or brought forward. Then after interest on capital, salary, commission, profit loss appropriation account is divisible profit, it is written. Then after you have to close this account, it is known as closing current account balance, and that we have to transfer in balance sheet. Okay, same way drawings, interest on drawings and divisible loss, whatever the we have find out in profit loss appropriation account, we have to close this account. Okay, if partner's current account is debit balance, then it is transferred to balance sheet asset side. If partner's current account credit balance, then it is written on liability side. Okay, that again you have to remember. Again, this is also important question for your exams. Debit balance, I don't say difference on debit side. You must be carefully understand it. Debit balance on difference on debit side, both are different. Debit balance means debit side totally small. Credit balance means credit side totally small. So it means if debit balance is there, then it is written on asset side. If current account credit balance is there, then it is written on balance sheet liability side. Okay, so this is completion of both the method of preparing partners capital account, fixed capital method and fluctuating capital method. Now salary or commission to partner, it is not allowed. We already learned if partnership agreement provide for the same. They are allowed only if there are profit. This is also very important. A salary and commission, if it is allowed, if there is a profit. If there is a loss, then it is not possible to give salary and commission to the partners. Now one more important calculation of the commission. There is a two formula that you have to remember. So calculation of commission may be allowed as a percentage of net profit before charging such commission or after charging such commission. So you have to read question carefully, then after you have to use the formula. So these two things, you have to read before and after. Two words are there, before charging and after charging. So if before charging, then you have to use this formula, net profit before commission into rate of commission divided by 100. If after charging such commission, then also one formula is there that you have to remember. It is commission as a percentage of net profit after charging. You can see the word after charging such commission is equal to net profit before commission. There is no changes here. Also net profit before commission, net profit before commission into rate of commission divided by 100 plus rate of commission. So here in you have to just plus rate of commission in 100 in after charging such commission. Okay, so two formula that you have to remember. Okay, before charging, there is simple formula, just you have to find out the percentage. Suppose there is a profit is suppose 1 lakh, so 1 lakh 10% is 10,000. But after charging such commission is the profit amount is different. So profit here, they said before charging such commission is 1 lakh rate of commission divided by 100 plus rate of commission. Suppose 10, so 100 plus 10, so 110 you have to divide by 110. Okay, now again I want to repeat, don't forget to subscribe my channel, also press the bell icon, therefore you got the notification of my new videos. Okay, any query, any confusion, you can write in comment. I will reply you as early as possible. Okay.